It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning and welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry Podcast. I hope I am not on my computer. It died this morning, which is why I put the message in the chat room to let me know if you're hearing or seeing this on the video, on the screen, what the hell ever it is. Anyway, I'm showing I'm live. Todd says you're on and you can hear me, Todd. I hope as well. So, all right. I'm going to take that as a yes. All right. So, guys, video and audio. Okay. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Gretchen. Thank you, all you guys. All right. So, the computer died this morning. So, I spent like 2 hours running around trying to find some place to work on it. I found a guy finally, but he had to keep it. Apparently, it wasn't the computer that went that bad. It was the charger that went bad. So, but then getting a new charger, it's old. I may still have to get a new computer, but the latest thing is he's going to have to order a charger. He's going to let me know after the show how much that's going to cost if I want to do that. It's one of those things. So in the meantime, I had part of the show done. I didn't have all the show done. So I got home. Now, this is my old really old computer that has the broken hinge. So the toppy thing, I can't open and close it. That's the one that I use over on the side of my desk here to try to catch what's going on in the chat room if I have time to do that, because I can't move it. So I can't take it over in my chair where I sit, where I'm comfortable. I don't know. I may try to work around that one some. We'll see. But in the meantime, I mean, I had nothing loaded on that computer other than StreamYard. I didn't have my weather report because I couldn't get on. I couldn't do anything this morning. All I had was stuff that I did last night. So, and then then the next thing was I didn't have a mouse, right? I mean, I had two of the little pluggy in thingies and the mouse. I have two mouses, and I don't know which one's which. Didn't know if the batteries are good. It was just one thing after another. Finally, I'm terrible with the finger thing. I'm awful. Never have liked doing that. So anyway, I got the damn finger thing down, got far enough, and then once I got to at least a weather report that I can use, then I had to figure out how to upload it without having my mouse to use. So it's been a horrible morning. Anyway, I now have a mouse because I dug around and found another pluggy in thingy. That was what I needed, one of these things. Whatever you call that. The chip thing. So anyway, so now I have a mouse finally. But then it was time to start the show. So this is going to be a screwed up show to start with, folks. I am, I am so happy to be here. I thought for sure the show was a dead dog today. I really did. But anyway, so I'm trying to figure out where am I? Yeah, here we go. Excuse me. All right. Welcome to Monday Travel and Cruise Industry Podcast. How's that? On this, the 18th of August, coming to you from my studio, thank goodness, in Forest, Virginia, brought to you by Will U.S., the owner of Scooter Island by Chillie's Cruises. We're going to talk about the weather, obviously. Also today, here's what we're going to cover, and this is definitely in no order because I couldn't do that this morning either. A double drowning strikes at Celebration Key. The keel was laid for Carnival Festivale. Hawaii governor reorganizes tourism authority. Astronaut Kelly Girardi will replace Diana Ross. Virgin taps disco legend. MSC Cruises confirms 2026 World Cruise itinerary changes. And lots more here at 11 o'clock this morning. I have no idea what kind of day it is today or anything having to do with history. Sorry about that. I'll catch it up one of these days when I can get back to being normal, see how long I'm going to be gone with my computer, and then try to figure out everything to put it on this old one, which is slow. Anyway, that's what we're doing. I haven't yet figured out how to get it, how to get my podcast up. I'll work on that after the show. All right. Anyway, guys, let's try to get started. How's that? But first, let's take the quick break from the network sponsor. I'll get that out of the way, and then I'll come back and talk about the weather. I hope. All right, so we're going to lead off the show today, folks, with the weather and the hell I went through to get this. There's the map, current map. All right, so by now, I'm sure everybody knows that this sucker, after I went off the air on Friday, started growing and rapid intensification to a Category 5 storm. It was Category 5 for like 12 hours. And then it started dropping back and dropped back to a 3 and went through a whole reorganization cycle. And now has started strengthening back again, and it's back up to a 4. Will it get back to a 5? Probably not. But it still could be a 4. The other thing that I am still somewhat concerned about is the location. It's not started turning, and I thought it would have already turned. The map shows that it's going to go in between the East Coast and Bermuda, but it's not moving to the north yet. It's still moving pretty much directly west. So I'm not 100% sure on the where this puppy's going to go. Now, keep in mind, folks, that the Hurricane Center is working with a lot fewer people than they did. They fired a bunch of people. So they're trying to do this with a much smaller staff. All right, these are the key messages for Hurricane Erin. Bands of heavy rainfall are expected today over portions of Hispaniola through Tuesday, and for the Turks and Caicos, portions of southeast and central Bahamas, flash and urban flooding are possible. We've already witnessed a considerable amount of that in Puerto Rico. Tropical storm conditions are expected in the Turks and Caicos and in the southeast Bahamas today. Tropical storm conditions are possible in portions of the central Bahamas late today through Tuesday. Erin's expected to produce life-threatening surf and rip currents along the beaches of the Bahamas, much of the east coast of the United States, Bermuda, and Atlantic Canada during the next several days. Interests along the Outer Banks of North Carolina and Bermuda should monitor the progress of Erin, as there is a risk of strong winds associated with the outer rain bands during the middle part of the week. We just don't know what this damn thing's going to do, folks. I'm telling you. This is the model that everybody's been saying, but I haven't seen enough of it yet to feel real comfortable with these models. But we'll see. The main thing, folks, is because of the time it's been as a Category 5, the water is going to be horrible for another week or 10 days on the East Coast and the islands and everywhere. You're going to have tremendous surf, tremendous undertow, tremendous currents. So beyond all, be careful if you're getting in the water. Pay attention to your local folks, the local warnings, folks. Just don't take any chances on this one. Could be a nasty one. Now, the storm behind it that's coming across the trough, remember, we didn't have anybody in the trough until Aaron. We had little storms that popped up before that, but Aaron's the first one that came across the trough. Well, we got another one. But they're saying that it's virtually no chance of formation in the next 48 hours, 50% chance over the next 7 days. It is producing disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Conditions appear conducive for gradual development. Tropical depression could form during the latter part of the week. The system should move westward to west-northwestward at about 20 miles an hour across the central tropical Atlantic and approach the vicinity of the Leeward Islands toward the end of the week. That was just what Aaron did. And you can see what Aaron has done from that. So that's the weather, folks. Sorry, I can't bring you any better news. All right. Now, let's see if we've got any news to cover today. The lead story, of course, is coming. The bad news from Celebration Key.
It was a tragic day at Carnival Cruise Line's newly opened Celebration Key on Friday, when 2 cruise guests drowned in separate incidents at the private Bahamian destination. The port, which opened less than a month ago, is already under scrutiny following the heartbreaking events. Carnival confirmed that the 2 incidents occurred just hours apart, one in a lagoon and the other along the beachfront. Despite rapid response efforts from lifeguards and the ship's medical teams, both guests sadly passed away. The cruise line said, "Our lifeguards and medical team responded to 2 separate water emergency incidents at Celebration Key on Friday, one in the lagoon and one at the beach. Sadly, both guests have passed away." Local news outlet Our News Bahamas reported that both victims were American citizens, a 79-year-old man and a 74-year-old woman. One guest had been snorkeling off the beach, while the other was enjoying one of the port's freshwater lagoons. Authorities have not yet confirmed whether the incident occurred in the family-friendly Starfish Lagoon or the adults-only Oasis Lagoon. No additional details have been released about the identities of the guests, but officials are investigating whether underlying medical conditions or swimming difficulties may have contributed to the drownings. On the day of the incidents, both the Mardi Gras and Carnival Elation were docked at Celebration Key. Carnival has confirmed that 1 victim was from each ship. The dual tragedies have cast a shadow over Celebration Key's early days as Carnival's newest destination in the Bahamas. The cruise line has pledged full cooperation with Bahamian authorities as investigations continue. Carnival Cruise Line celebrated the keel laying for their next new cruise ship, Carnival Festivale. The keel laying ceremony marks the official start of construction on a new cruise ship as the blocks begin to be put together, forming the vessel. Carnival Festivale is currently under construction at the Meyer Werft shipyard in Papenburg, Germany. Limited time offer. From now until August 31st, 15% off on rentals in Las Vegas. Whether you need a wheelchair, scooter, power chair, oxygen or other piece of mobility equipment, Scootaround powered by Will can help. Once you've booked your rental, we can deliver to wherever you need it. Just call Scootaround at 1-888-441-7575 and use SRN 11137. Governor Josh Green MD has appointed 12 members to the newly restructured Hawaii Tourism Authority Advisory Board, following the resignation of the previous board earlier this summer. The move is part of a broader effort to address governance concerns and realign the state's tourism strategy with community values and sustainability goals. Hawaii is one of the world's most desirable destinations, and tourism is a key driver of our economy, Governor Green said. This new board will be vital in rebuilding trust and ensuring decisions reflect our people, communities, and a sustainable future. Appointees include leaders from hospitality, cultural stewardship, nonprofit work, labor, and media. Among them are Kimberly Agas of Aulani, a Disney resort and spa, Troy Lazaro, Kumu Hula, and Lanai Tabura, Emmy-winning TV host and cultural advocate. Several members, such as James McCulley and Lisa Paulson, are returning after serving on the previous HTA board. Speaker Nadine K. Nakamura and Senate Committee on Economic Development and Tourism Chair Lynn DeCoit praised the appointments, calling the new board a step toward transparency, accountability, and balancing economic growth with cultural and environmental stewardship. Members appointed by the governor will require state Senate confirmation before officially joining the advisory board. The new world's largest cruise ship now has a new godmother. Astronaut, author, and science communicator Kelly Girardi will replace Diana Ross, who had to step down from the role last week due to unforeseen circumstances. Girardi is a payload specialist for Virgin Galactic and the director of human spaceflight operations at the International Institute for Astronautical Sciences. The 36-year-old became the 90th woman to fly to space back in 2023. She is also the author of 2 children's books. Star of the Seas has departed on her first guest sailing, a 4-night showcase cruise to Perfect Day at Kokoke. Port Canaveral hosted a celebratory wave-out event to send the ship off with fun and flair. The new ship is offering 4 short showcase cruises before beginning 7-night sailings from August 31st. Virgin Voyages has announced new details about its rebranded Red Hot Sailing Club voyage, formerly known as the Celebration Voyage. The special cruise will depart March 12, 2026, aboard Brilliant Lady with a headline performance by Grammy Award-winning disco legend Nile Rodgers. The 9-night itinerary includes stops in Puerto Plata, Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts, and Virgin's exclusive beach club at Bimini. Rodgers will perform a 1-night-only concert on board, joining a lineup of past headline acts such as Boy George, Melanie C., and Nicky Jam. The Red Hot Sailing Club voyage is designed to celebrate Virgin's most loyal fans, with premium experiences including intimate fireside chats with Virgin executives, exclusive brand previews, and surprise pop-up events. Nile Rodgers is the perfect artist to kick off this new chapter, said Jamie Douglas, Virgin Voyages Director of Design, Innovation, and Immersive Experience. When you have a legend like Nile performing beneath the Caribbean sunshine, you know you're in for something truly special. For details on pricing and booking, email Chillie at bookalaska.net. MSC Cruises has announced itinerary changes for its 2026 World Cruise aboard MSC Magnifica, citing ongoing conflicts and instability in the Red Sea region. The 118-night voyage, set to depart from Europe in January 2026 and visit 47 destinations across 32 countries, will be rerouted to avoid affected areas. A revised itinerary is expected to be finalized by August 31st. Safety, comfort, and peace of mind remain our highest priorities, the cruise line said, noting the changes are being made in consultation with security teams and port authorities. Guests will have the option to cancel their booking for a full refund once the updated route is released, though MSC emphasized that the new itinerary will still provide a rich and memorable experience.
Experience Alaska at an affordable rate. VR1 balconies are only $1,289, including taxes and port charges. MSC Poesia sails from Seattle, May 25th, 2026. Book now. Call 434-258-9264 or go to bit.ly/Poesia Alaska 1.
I say that up front, folks. Wow, I hope you guys could hear that. I hope. Oh, well. And I haven't looked at the chat room, so anyway, I'm not a not tattoo person, but I tend to agree with the crew. I don't think a princess can dictate as long as anything offensive is covered. Said somebody has a tattoo. I mean, I don't have them, but they don't bother me. I mean, a lot of you guys do. Hell, Amanda's got about 10. That's just part of the world today. I think Princess is barking up the wrong tree. All right, that puts an end to the news portion of today's show. Let's jump over in the chat room and see if I can do this. All right, so we know Gretchen, Todd, Mike, Joanne are here. Gary Aldern Dirt's with us. There's Bob. Says, good morning, Appalachian Fair starts today. Time for yummy food. Yeah, very good. Brian Silva's with us. Good morning, Brian. Glad to have you. Jamin's here. Hello, Jamin. Amy, there's Amy. Amy, I've got a message for you. We chatted last week. What we chat about? Oh, you wanted to know about Firenze. Is Firenze going to Galveston? I can find nothing other than it's going to stay out of LA, Long Beach. I don't see anything about it moving. Now, the schedule goes to, I want to say February 27th, but it's all West Coast. So if I see anything, I'll let you know. But I did check on it. There's Cindy. I was just talking about you. Not this morning, yesterday, Cindy. How we doing? Todd says, good morning to everybody. Mike says, where are you, Chillie? You're back now. We missed the tattoo topic. Okay. All right. So you'll know what I'm doing. Let me go. This was a story that broke right as I was going on the air, and I didn't have it locked up. I'm hoping that you can hear me now. Princess Cruises is pushing back. Let me see if that's. Roger says, good morning from Jacksonville. Okay, so Princess is facing pushback from the crew after announcing a new tattoo policy that requires all visible tattoos to be fully covered while on duty, effective September 10th. In response, crew members have launched a petition on change.org calling on Princess to reverse the decision. The petition argues that the change is unnecessary, unfair, and harmful, given that the company's existing rules already prohibit offensive or inappropriate tattoos. Crew members say the change not only limits self-expression, but also undermines Princess Cruises' commitment to diversity and inclusivity. And my point that I made, folks, was I'm not a tattoo person. However, I think the crew's got it right. I think Princess has it wrong. So I'm just, I just disagree that they should change it. I mean, as long as if it's inoffensive, yes, should be covered. But other than that, no. Rogers, my one pool room, no one swims alone. Yeah, I know. I was hoping to go to my pool yesterday, and Amanda never got back, and I never got in the water. So I don't even do that here, Roger. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. I'm assuming I can still get enough going on this old computer to get a show together for Wednesday. Tomorrow, I've got 2 more medical things. I've got the dentist in the morning, and then, oh yeah, pulmonologist tomorrow afternoon. I don't know. I got something in the morning, something in the afternoon tomorrow. I can't keep track of the schedule. But anyway, we're hopefully getting some results back on all this crap I've been going through. In the meantime, we'll see what happens with the computer. Follow me on Facebook. I'll drop something on there. I probably won't try to go live again until I can get a show set up. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. As always, thanks for being with me. Please smash that thumbs up button. And as always, guys, stay safe, stay healthy. Think about cruising. Hopefully, one day soon, we'll all get together on the high seas. Hopefully, one day soon, I'll be able to continue my shows too. All right, guys. Have a great Monday. Have a great week. I'll talk to you next time.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.